you guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this topic, I wanted to just make a short podcast on how the narcissist is the invisible man. The narcissist is the invisible man. This person that you know is not a real person. It's literally an invisible force. It's a invisible force trapped into this person's body. So when you're dealing with this person and you're looking at this person in their eyes, they're putting you in a deep spell. Just by looking at their eyes, you're slowly being put back to sleep because you're still not if you're not looking at them in the eyes and can see that it's not a real human being, that it's literally an invisible person, if you're not able to see that when you see them and you don't have chills on your arms and there's still some type of doubt inside of you that you feel that this person's not, they're not an invisible person. It's not an invisible spirit. It's not, you might think to yourself, this person is bad. They're not a good person, but they're not wicked. They're not capable of the unthinkable. The longer you are with these people, they will prove to you time and time again that they are not good people. They will prove to you time and time again that they don't care about no one but themselves. They will come to you and beg you and beg you for a Hoover. But the moment you open that door, the moment you look at them in their eyes and you open that door, they hypnotize you and they put you back in a trance. They put you back in a spell. And then they go back to acting however they go back to treating you the way they've always treated you. Now, I wanted to just make this quick podcast, which I'm going to keep really, really short because I wanted to... It's something that I had talked to you guys about a while ago when I made a video 2 weeks ago called Why the Narcissists Know When to Come Back. Because it's all about energy. It's all about the satellite that you have connected to this person. It's almost like this person has secretly came into your life and put cameras all around you. That's how you have to look at it. They put cameras all around you because they connected to you. The cameras in your eyes that are able to tune in to what's surrounding you, the narcissist has access to those cameras. They have access to your eyes, the windows of your soul. They have access to that. This is why the narcissist gives you that narcissistic glare. They just stare at you for a long time. They keep eye contact with you, and you can tell they're casting spells on you. You can tell they're talking about you in their mind. And they do all of this so that they can keep a connection with you even when they're not around. They do this so that they can have some type of tie with you. They come into your home, into your house, so that they can have a piece of you, so that they can astral project in your home. This is why you can't allow narcissists in your home and you have to be very careful about who you allow in your home because these people will try to astral project in your home. They will try to come in your dreams. They will haunt you. This is an invisible force, an invisible man. This person will haunt you. They can feel when you're moving from room to room. They can tell when you're not sleeping in your bed anymore because they left you and now you're sleeping on a couch or you moved to another location. They can feel your presence when you've moved on, when you heal. They're tuning into your channel. That's all they're doing. They're just this invisible person is tuning into your world, into your channel. And this is something that I had to figure out on my own. It took me a long time to figure out. Imagine how many discards and hoovers and love bombing and me studying this person until I finally realized what was going on spiritually, because it's something that you can't even see. It's invisible. It's an invisible force. This invisible force wants to get into your mind. It wants to control you. It wants to confuse you. It's the master of all lies because it never stops lying. So to me, that is very scary for someone to have that much power over your mind to the point where, you're not yourself anymore. You can't get up and do the normal things you once did. You feel frozen. You feel stuck in time because this person left you there, and it's an invisible force that you can't even see. They even stop time, and everyone else is just leaving you behind, and you're wondering what's going on. How did I get here? I feel trapped. Why? It's an invisible man. It's an invisible woman. It's an invisible force. I've talked to you guys in the past that I was able to see the energy, that dark energy that was attached to the narcissist, the spirit, the invisible man. I was able to actually see him with my own eyes. And that's when I realized, in that moment, oh, this is the narcissist. This isn't what the narcissist really looks like. They look like that shadowy spirit that I saw attached to him, that dark spirit, that dark energy, those glowing eyes. That's who the narcissist really is, not the physical person that I see. That's the person that's hypnotizing me with their eyes. That's not really who the narcissist is. They're hypnotizing me, and it hit me like a ton of bricks because it took me so long to figure it out. And then my inner self, who I am, said to me, my inner self said to me, what people see out on the outside, your body, this is just a vessel. This is just a vessel to help you travel. When you're walking and you're going about your day, you're traveling. You have to look at your body as a vessel that's traveling. You're going out into outer space, and you're running across these aliens, these monsters, these invisible people that are trapped in these invisible spirits that are trapped into these people's bodies. And you're looking at that person with the naked eye like a human being, and this is an invisible force, an invisible man. There's all types of trickery inside of them. I remember just being able to realize that my spirit, my consciousness, whatever you want to call it, it's way bigger than my physical body. So what people see when they look at your physical body, that's not who you are, because that even if someone was to jump into conclusions on what character you are, or what role you're supposed to be playing, or they think that they can figure out your fears based on statistics or stereotypes and things like that, when that that's not even true, and that you have this power within you, because that no one will ever truly know you, because no one really knows your spirit, and you realize how powerful that is. If no one will ever know your spirit, then there's power in silence. There's power in not talking. There's power in all of those things. There's power in not gossiping, because that's what the narcissist likes to do. They gossip, they talk, they slur things, and they they say false things against others. Everything that comes out of the narcissist's mouth is a lie. If you guys really knew that the narcissist is nothing but a pathological liar, you wouldn't even be attracted to this person, because every time they talk, they're lying. Every time you have proof that they're lying, they're lying. The narcissist will literally die until their deathbed. They will not stop lying. They will not stop not taking accountability for their actions. The narcissist, when you realize that this is an invisible man, an invisible force, I've actually, named this video after the invisible man, because this is how I've viewed the narcissist for a long time, like a spirit in a body, and you just don't know how wicked this spirit is, and you keep giving this spirit a chance time and time again, because you think to yourself, there has to be something wrong with this person. They have to have some type of good in them. It's almost like they're wicked, but you can't believe how wicked they are, so you keep exploring, you keep going down the rabbit hole, and it just keeps getting worse. And then you try to climb your way out, and that person is echoing through that rabbit hole, and they're like, hey, come back for me, hey, let me in, open the door, and that person just pulled you down that rabbit hole. So it's a very confusing place to be, because you're looking at the outer appearance, not knowing that the invisible man has a lot of secrets that you don't know. The invisible man is a pathological liar. The invisible man will deny even committing murder. I remember the narcissist that I dealt with basically telling me that they were willing to take a liar detector test. And to me, it was almost like they felt like that's how much power they have, because what they're used to is they're used to repeating themselves to you over and over again. And anytime you question something, they're used to gaslighting you, where they're kind of like, what are you talking about? And then they'll keep repeating the lie over and over again. They'll get angry, they'll get abusive, they'll even leave the house because they feel like, you need to believe me. It doesn't matter if it doesn't sound right. You have to believe me, whether they're right or wrong. And if you try to, find truth in telling someone else the truth, right? If you get to the point where you're willing to tell other people the truth, to them it's like, you better believe me. And if you try to go against me and tell others that I'm a liar, that I'm this, I'm going to seek revenge on you. So to them, the revenge has more to do with, they know that you're hurt and you're willing to tell others the truth of what they did to you. And to them, that's why they seek revenge, because to them, the power is being able to control you like a slave, like a puppet, without you having your own thoughts and ideas. They want you to, basically just be like a slave to them. And to them, it's like, they feel so powerful. They feel like they're gods. So they feel like, if I want to continue lying, I can do that because it's my world. And in my world, as long as I stay in my world, there's nothing that anyone else can do to me, because if I believe it, it's real. Even if it's a lie, if I believe it, it's real. That's just how delusional they are, and then they feel as if, they like the fact that people are trying to figure them out, and they'll never know their most darkest thoughts or their darkest actions. People will never know the extent as a whole of what they have done to manipulate different people. So to them, it's like, I'm willing to take a liar detector test, because I'm such a good liar that, I'm always getting away with things, because all I have to do is keep repeating my lie, like repetition, into someone, into everyone, until people start questioning, why would I lie for this long? Why would I lie to everyone? And the fact that the narcissist keeps defending their lie over and over again, it confuses people to the point where people don't even know who's really the victim and who's the narcissist. That's part of the invisible man's trick, because they're trying to camouflage within, them causing chaos. This is why a lot of people are, find it hard to detach themselves from the physical person that they saw, because they weren't thinking in a spiritual way. They weren't thinking in that spiritual conscience realm yet. The narcissist brings you into that consciousness. All of the narcissists do. So to you, it's like you almost feel like you owe them something in a way. So that part of you that feels like you learned a lot, it's like you feel like a bond, a connection that you'll always have with them. And that's what keeps you from thinking that that character they portrayed to be in the beginning, or in those moments where it seemed like they were normal people, you almost find it hard to detach yourself from the fake persona than the invisible man that you're dealing with, or the invisible woman, Especially in the beginning, they pretended to be good. Or it's moments where I'm with them and they're not arguing with me. They're calm. You're thinking to yourself, they're calm. But when you really think about it, that invisible force, when they seem like they're calm, that invisible form isn't calm. Once you start seeing past your physical realm and you start seeing the spiritual realm, even when the narcissist isn't talking, even when they're just laying there or sitting there and it doesn't seem like they're doing too much, you can feel their energy, like their energy is bouncing off the walls. Because all of a sudden you don't have any more peace anymore. And when you look at them, they're looking at you in your eyes like they're casting a spell on you. They're looking at you like they know something that you don't know. They're looking at you like you made a mistake. They're looking at you like they're going to treat you worse than they did last time. They're looking at you like they have secrets that you'll never find out about. That they wanted to just, you'll look at them in their eyes and you can tell that they just wanted to figure out, what was your deal, basically. Do you actually know that they aren't who you think they are? Do you actually know that the person that you see in front of you, that physical body, that physical vessel, it's not, it's not what you perceive it to be? They're literally looking at you. That invisible person is looking at you through those eyes. And they're like, do you really think I am what you think I am? Because I'm nothing of what you think I am. That's crazy. To them, it's crazy. Because they feel like they're a ghost. So when you're dealing with these type of people, by looking at them in the eyes, as I stated in my last video 2 weeks ago, it's a satellite. It's a network. It's a network full of narcissists. They know when you've ran across certain narcissists in your life, they know that you've been tainted by those narcissists. They know there's something different about you. They know you're an empath. They can feel it. But this is where your power lies, in your words, because they're going to ask you questions. The narcissist wants to study you. The narcissist will even tell you things about themselves and what's been going on in their life just to get information out of you. So the whole time you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to be extra cautious with this person. I'm going to be cautious about what I say to this person because I know they're studying me. I know they're a narcissist. And the whole time the narcissist is asking you questions, the next thing you know, when you least expect it, they say something to you, and now you've given too much information to them, enough information for them to know that you're not happy, or enough information to know that they hurt you, just enough information to know that you haven't moved on. You give them any type of information, and you speak to these invisible people, the narcissist invisible man. You speak to this person, and this person's going to take advantage of that situation because they're going to feel like, how dumb are you for you to even allow me in your presence? I'm not even a real person. Every time you see me, I'm a new person. I'm a new version of myself. I'm a new spirit. It's like a new spirit that has taken over this person's body, and it knows this person's thoughts. And it's like, you know how many spirits have been in this invisible man? You know how many different invisible men have been in this body? They're looking at you like you're crazy. They're looking at you like, you love me. Why would you love me? You don't even know me. And that's scary to think that you have this invisible force that's evil, that's wicked, that won't leave you alone, that's stalking you, that's, willing to send you things to your house to act like they're, in a forgiving manner, acting like they're feeling some type of empathy just so that you can accept their things and they can cast spells on you with anything that they give you. They leave things behind in your house, even small things, so that they can have access in the spiritual realm into your home because you've already allowed them in your home. It's scary because I've been through that. I've been through all that. I really, I had nightmares and all type of things. And to be honest with you, sometimes I feel like this person astral projected into my home. And it's just because there was enough evidence for me to know that it was someone here. And I don't know, but I feel like it was someone attached to that narcissist or that narcissist himself, because the presence that I felt was his presence. But not just, it wasn't just me that experienced that presence. Someone that also, I'm close to experienced that presence. And I've talked to you guys about this in, several videos, because, it's one thing to feel like, well, maybe it's in my head, or maybe I'm losing it, or maybe, you think all these crazy things when you come across these type of people. You're trying to figure out if, maybe it's your stress and things like that. And then when someone close to you experience something attached to that person, and they also heard or saw the same thing, their senses also kicked in, you know that it wasn't just you. It's not in your head. This invisible man has a strong force, very, very manipulative. They'll tell you anything, the lies, they never stop until the end. They just won't quit. Even if you find them in a lie or something that doesn't make sense, the invisible man won't stop. They'll continue to haunt you. So, find yourself blessed when you don't have to deal with them, or when they're not after you in a violent way, because some of these people get very violent. So you really have to be thankful, even to the new supply, that you're not being haunted by this invisible person anymore. They're haunting someone else. And when they're not getting enough energy, they'll come back to you seeking revenge. And you're thinking, why would they seek revenge from me? Because they know that you're an empath, because they know that when the relationship ended, you had to speak your voice some way, somehow, tell your story somehow, whether it's online, whether it's talking to your friends and family. They know you told other people something. They know that you exposed them to even people that they're connected to. They know that you were speaking about them. Just by you talking about them, they feel like, I know you were talking behind my back. Like you don't have you don't have the power to vent. Like you don't have the power to talk to people, but yet they're the masters of gossiping. And they're kind of looking at you like, so what if I gossip? So what if I do that? I only do that to start problems. It's not like you're like me. Just be you. Don't be like me. That's just what I do. It's my world. I do what I want. You're just supposed to do whatever I tell you to do, because I don't feel anything. I'm just an evil force that just wants what it wants. I don't really care. I pretend to sometimes, but for the most part, I don't care. I'm in my own world, where everyone should be in their own world. They want you to go back to being unconscious. That's what they want. So, stay awake, know that when you meet people and you talk to people, there's a mask. Just like everyone's wearing a mask now, it's a constant reminder for you to remember that everyone's wearing a mask. It's like Scooby-Doo. There's monsters behind those masks. And there's no telling who it is. It could be anyone. So, sometimes it's a familiar person and sometimes it's not. A lot of times when you feel connected to people and you feel like, I can get along with this person, I could see myself being their friend, or we have a lot of things in common. A lot of times that's a familiar spirit. It wants you to feel like that. It wants you to feel excited. It wants you to feel like you found a friend, a soulmate, family, whatever. That's part of the trick. To be relatable, and then to rush you into something right away. That's the next step, because you're so intrigued with your schedule changing or your patterns changing, and someone is bringing some type of new energy and you can't explain what that energy is. Don't fall down that rabbit hole. Think about yourself first. You've made enough mistakes. Now you have to use the information that you have, so that you won't look back, so that you won't allow these people to tune into you. That's why they watch you. That's why the invisible man watches you through people, on social media. They're always keeping their eyes on you, trying to make sure that they're not being left behind and you don't even know these people or you don't even talk to these people. It's sick. It's twisted. Only the real will survive and only the real understand what I'm saying. Some people are probably like, what are you talking about? That's a lot of hocus pocus for me. But I have to put it in these words because that's the only way that you will understand that who you see in front of you. Once you know this person's a narcissist, and not just have narcissistic traits, right? Because you learn that sometimes you have to stand up for yourself, and people will call you a narcissist just because you have a voice. You're a narcissist because you're an empath. They want you to shut up. So by you knowing that, you know the difference. You know the difference between that and a bully, someone that won't leave you alone, someone that once you've became a target, you're a target forever. You don't target people. That's not in you. So, I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace in your healing journey. Stay awake, stay aware. If you guys are new to this podcast, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video if you guys care. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.